Right guys, Lord L's back in the shed, talking to the camera again. It's a bit warm in here today, I'll tell you. You know, we've been through all that cold weather. Well, now, as it stands, and I got the front two doors open, and the chart up there, the temperature gauge is 33 Celsius. It's cozy, I would say, you know. Oh, so what else has been going on? Apart from the heat in here, it comes and goes. This mid-afternoon when I'm doing it, what time is it now? 2:30. It's about now till another hour, and then it'll start to cool off again. Anyway, this week the Model U figures turned up. Yeah, wherever I put the goddamn box. I had them in my hand before. Yeah, Model U's. With the new figures, they've been processed. They've been done by Model U. They're the so-called painted versions. I think it's a process that goes through it. I'll show you on the close-up on the camera now, and I'll place one of mine I painted alongside it, and you'll see. Okay. Right. The next thing I need to show you is Model U have come up with me figures at last. The finished versions. This is professionally done by a machine or whatever process they use. This is how it's done. This is how it comes out. When you ask for a painted version, it's a process that goes through. But if you look, it's even got the red badge. Yeah, it's even got the red badge on the jacket, which is amazing. And they're not painted in a way. There's some sort of process that goes through. I don't know, but there you go. That's the two official ones. And the ones that were unofficial, there's one of them. That's the one I've painted. Yeah. I think you've done a good job on the paint job, to be honest. And if you want to get them, zoom out, just go onto Model U website and type in 0287. Yeah, 0287, and make sure you click on the 76, which is the 00 version. Yeah, that's all you do. Click on, go on the Model U website, click on the search bar, and put that number in, and it'll take you straight to me. It's £4.95 they are, if you want to put the figure in your collection. But sorry about that. There you go. The two on the left are professional, and the one on the right's mine, the one I painted. And I've got a second one here somewhere, but it's on the station. Okay, that's another job done. Thank you very much, Model U. There you go. That's the model figures done, out of the way. Fair dues to Model U. They stuck to the word and they come through in the end. Took 6 months, but there you go. Oh, there's another thing I need to show you. Me viewing figures for 5 years. Yeah, hang on a sec, I'll put it up on the screen now. Well, there you go, guys, just to show you. This is today, and it's took 5 years to get to this. Over 500,000 views on the channel, and it's a big thank you to everybody that watches. It's crazy how it all adds up, though, isn't it? 539,533 views so far. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Yeah, well chuffed with that. It's a bit of a milestone, as they say. Right, moving on. So there you go, over 500,000 views in 5 years. It's nuts, isn't it? When you think about it, it's and that's from all around the world. It's not just the UK or Europe. It's Australia, the US, Vietnam, Asia, and it just goes on and on. New Zealand. It's surprising how many people watch people on YouTube. It's global. It's not like your TV channels, you know, localized. This is global, this business, YouTube. Anyway, what's the next thing? Hang on. Yeah, the next thing is I can't see me going to the NEC. It's a bit bloody expensive, to be honest. You know, I take me and the wife, and probably the grandson will come because he does the camera work. He enjoys doing that. That's 75 quid just to get in the door. Never mind the two and a half hour ride down to Birmingham, because you always get stuck in the traffic at Spaghetti Junction, don't you? And then there's the car parking on top, and then you got to feed yourselves, you know. You get no change out of 100 quid, and I just feel it's outpricing itself. I know costs have gone up and all this, that, and the other, but nah, I'm getting too old for that. I'll just watch everybody else's on YouTube. That's the way to do it today. Let somebody else spend the money. I'm a pensioner now. I've been for a while, but there you go. So, what else is there? Right, I can't remember, but what I'll do now is tell you what's going on. Now, this black 5 over here, okay? There's a 9F here and there's a black 5 here. And it all started off a couple of weeks ago where I wanted to do a film sequence of it going round the back of here with the sound on and nice and slow, and I thought I'd found a piece of music to it, but I hadn't. It didn't work out in the end. Anyway, comes to this corner here, and the goddamn train would not go round the corner at a certain speed step. And that's what this film's about. Me analysing it, repairing it, working out whys and wherefores. I tried all sorts of combinations. It took 2 days, several hours of trying to do this, to get this train to go around this corner. It wouldn't have it whatsoever. And in the end, it was such a simple fix, it's unbelievable. You know, it doesn't cost me anything in the end, and yet I spent money trying to fix it. So, anyway, and you'll see the train going round at the set speed I wanted it to do. So, 2-3 weeks on now, I might be able to start a film in the next film after this. But that's what all the film's about. Trying to get a goddamn train to go round one corner. Unbelievable. So I filmed it as best I can, but it got to a point where you'd be here for a couple of hours. So I cut it short and explained everything and shown you the whys and wherefores, okay? And ever since then, it's perfect, okay? So, apart from that, I think that's about it. I'm trying to think and looking around and see what's over there. But with the Model U figures, Pete at Delft Junction, he got his at the same time, so you'll see his in one of his movies. Oh, and look out for Robert's train set. I sent Robert a couple of lavies. He's well chuffed. I never had any left last year. I'd run out when I was supposed to keep one for him. Anyway, I've had a new batch since then. So Robert's happy now, and I don't know what to do with the figures yet. I'm still contemplating it. Right, without further ado, because I'll be waffling. What else is there? Yeah, I'll get straight into the film and show you what's going on with this corner. Okay? So, all stay safe, be well, and I'll see you later. Right, guys, we've got track issues again. Very, very similar to the last time. Okay? Now, what I've done is, if I zoom in, I'll show you. This fourth radius outer curve here, okay? And we've got a loco standing by to show you. If you follow this round, as you can see, I've ripped out the ballast, okay? Right to very near the points, because I've relayed all that. Right, the issue is the train is stopping going round this corner, okay? And if I turn the power off, I want to show you something, okay? Now, if you look at the bubble on this, okay, it's slightly downhill as it enters there. But as I go round the track, and I'm just swapping my glasses so I can see what I'm doing in close-up. If I move the spirit level round, okay, it's perfectly level, absolutely spot on there. Okay, so if I go a bit further round, absolutely spot on. Go a bit further round, absolutely spot on. See, absolutely central, isn't it? And if I go one more into that curve, where are we? There we go. Absolutely level that. Okay. So I'll show you the issue. So if I take that off and start the loco. Okay. Right, put that to one side. Power the track up. And this is an ESU 3.5, so it's been set different. I haven't set it, it was the previous owner. So what I'll go to speed step 12, okay? Its running speed normally is about speed step 16 to 18, depending on how you feel. There we go. It's barely got into the corner, and she's sitting there wheel spinning. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just give it a nudge. A bit more. There. And she's stopped again. Always by a joint. Now that's a bit suspect to me, sort of thing, but if I give it a nudge again, see how it comes off, just as it comes off the joint, it's stopped again. And there we go. It's on the straight part now. Now this train will go all the way around at this speed, no issues, outside until it actually gets to this corner again, and it won't have it. As daft as it may seem, it pulls down the straight, like I said, it goes round the curves outside, and they're in the worst conditions you can think of out there. And whereas in here it's warm today in here because the sun's on the roof. Now the plan is to change that curve. Okay, put brand new curves in there, and what I did, it was stopping before I took the ballast off, so I undid it all. That's straight there, all that curve there, took all the ballast off and relaid it and pinned it, so it's pinned down, so it's level and straight, whatever. And obviously you've just witnessed the train will not go round. Now in my theory, and we're going about to approve this, is the track is worn out. Not so much twisted or buckled like the other one. I think the track is worn out. And we're going to prove it by putting some new ones in. So bear with me a moment and I'll be back. Before I show you the upgrade, see the train is still moving. It's been all the way around. On the original speed step 12 I set it at. Okay, just to show you. So what I'll do now is stop it there and replace the track. Back in a sec. Right, now with the magic of YouTube, it's done. It's only a few seconds for you, but it's been a few minutes for me. Now, here's the old track. That's the old track I've taken out, okay, which I cleaned up and relayed it, pinned it, everything. Now I've put this new curve in, 4 pieces of radius 4, okay. Train's on its way around. I'll turn the sound on. Same setting, speed step 12. And as you saw before, and then, like I said, I haven't pinned it down, so see what happens. Exactly the same. Holy crap. Hang on. What I've done is move the tripod. Now, do you know what's the issue is? The cork. It's the cork, it is. I bet you. Yeah, it's stopping in exactly the same place. To me, that's cork, because if I push the track, it's gripping. So I need now, okay, to rip the cork out. Yeah, she's pulling away now. Not. All I'm doing is pushing the track down. There we go, she's on the straight now. Pulling away. So, right, the next issue is to take the cork out and go back to baseboard. How much cork do I take out? I know I've got to take the whole curve out. And possibly some of the straight. Right, I'll come back to you when I'm done that. Right, at this point, I have now cut out the what's it called? No, what's it called? Cork. I'll get there in the end. Old age, you know what I mean? I've cut the cork out, and it's back to bare boards. And how I did it was just cut a line down the cork because it covered both tracks. And let me zoom out a little bit. Use the chisel, okay, to get all the residue up, because there is glue residue on the edges. Underneath the cork was bone dry, so that come up easy. It was just the edges where I had to get the glue residue, where the glue sort of seeps underneath. So I've done all that section there. I've cut it at the end, right there. The end of that piece sits on the end of the cork, but on this end here, I've left a strip of cork to match that joint there. That shouldn't make any, but there's a fair bit of straight there to rise up. Okay, well, it's got two chances now. If this doesn't work, well, I'll have to have a total rethink, and there's no way I'm ripping these boards out. Not a chance in the world. I'll do without the goddamn track if I have to. But all I can do now is put the track back in and see what happens. Okay, back in a sec. Now, I may need to cut some more track out. Not track, the cork. I'll get there. Where is it? There. See there now. But I haven't pinned it. It's resting. And the rest of it, it's just a little bit there. But we'll see how the train goes round. Let me power up. And speed step 12. Sounds on. Basically, you just use a knife like that and cut the cork out as you require. Don't have to strip the whole layout, you know. Now this has got definitely two chances. If it doesn't work, we're going to have to pin it in some sort of way. Yeah, definitely needs pinning. So to me, there's a twist in the board going that way. Yeah, that's what it is. Because if I push that down, see, moves. Just needs that little bit of pin in there. Yeah. So what I'll do, it's fighting to go up the rail. If you went round a little bit quicker. Remember, you're pulling, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 7 coaches here. They're pretty well free rolling. Anyway, I'll come back to you in a sec. Let me get this out of the way and let me pin this track. Right. Train's been round on its own at this speed. And see what happens now. Now I've pinned the track down. Yeah, we've got major issues, haven't we? We have. Pull in a rake of coaches. And yeah, it went round there. No, it didn't. Issues. Now that's at speed step 14 now. If I go to 16, wait for it to go round again and I'll come back. Jesus Christ. Remember them adverts? Hamlet moment. Is it Hamlet? I need a cigar. Right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. At this... Shh. Do it, Al. Right. At this point in the movie, I've stepped in to save you a long period of trial and errors. You've seen that the loco stopped at the same points each time, and each time I've taken the ballast out, I've taken the cork out, I've replaced the corner with brand new track, pinned it in exactly the same places, and I'm still getting this stopping effect with the trains. So, to cut a long story short, at this point, I started reducing the amount of coaches, and it was still doing it on 3 coaches only, not 7. So then I went to thinking, well, is the train wheels knackered or worn out? So I got the latest steam generator Black 5 out, exactly the same loco in it, with all the new gear, it's all brand new, and that it did exactly the same. It stopped in exactly the same places, and yet you know that loco is only a month or 2 old, and you know all the parts are brand new sort of thing. It hasn't had 10 years of wear on it, and it was like exactly doing the same. So at this point, a lot of trial and error went into, and frustration, I'll tell you, a lot of frustration. I pinned it in different positions. I pinned the outer edge. I even got the spirit level out again to make sure everything was level, and it is completely level, as you've seen in the spirit level in the beginning of the film. It's I always known as a slight slope, but that's the shed itself on the base. But it's minimal, absolutely minimal. It's within the mags anyway. So at this point, I got strips of plasticard, simple plasticard, you know, and it's basically about, I think it's about 1/2 mil thick, something like that, sort of thing. So I cut strips of that and put it under, you know where them joints were, where they always, I put it under there. That's all. I didn't even nail it through the card, just put the strips under the joints. And bugger me, it worked every time. 2 days this has took, 2 days, hours and hours and hours of trials and error, of different combinations to try and get this loco round this corner. If I'd have set it, as you've seen, it was at speed step 12. If I'd have set it at 14, it would have gone round. Same at 16, any speed afterwards. But at speed step 12, as daft as it may seem, it just will not go round at speed step 12. So, the next part of the film I will show you is with the plasticard underneath the joints. All the pins are in the original places. I shortened the cork. I put a piece of brand new cork in. Well, I've chopped that in half so there's less. So I haven't corked it. It's on pure baseboard, but when you watch the train, it's running level as daft as it may seem. Though you've taken out 3 or 4 millimetres of cork, it's still level. The track is still level. It's because that's how much the board. I've said in the past that the shed twists and turns over the year due to the conditions and one thing, and we've had a bit of a long dry spell at the moment. But if I show you now, just by putting a couple of little pieces of plasticard underneath, you watch, okay? See, it's crazy stuff, isn't it? How model railways work, you know, simple little things, right? Right. It got to the point in the end, it was a lot of trial and error, and a few hours later, on the next day, to try and cure this problem I'm having with wheel slip, not going round the corner. If I zoom in, you'll see there's 2 little strips of plasticard, especially right on the joint there, yeah? Go further round, and where it was stopping, every time it got to the straight, a little strip of plasticard, and I put some fresh cork there, just a piece there. Right, here we go. Did my trial and error work? Absolutely perfect. And that was the original 7 coaches, speed step 12, no issues anymore. And it's definitely, there's sort of small hollows and imperfections in the board, and that's all it took was it quarter or even a half a mil plasticard placed in this correct places. A lot of trial and error, but as you saw, it stopped every time there on that joint, and you can see it's slightly raised off, but I have pinned it there, and I've pinned it there, just a pin there. But as you've just witnessed, absolutely perfect. And what I'll do, I'll send it round now, and we'll fetch it back. We'll go up to speed step 20 to rush it round. You'll hear it on the sound. Coming back into the shed. Absolutely flat out. Take it back down to 12. Just have to put the brakes on. We're coasting at the moment. And it'll coast for so long, and then it'll start to chuff again. Hopefully just before it gets to the corner. There we go. So we're on speed step 12. And there you go, absolutely perfect. Problem solved. due to imperfections in the board. Now this board here is all one, it's one big one. Whereas from here across, this is a separate board, all this, to fill this middle in. But like I said, trial and error, patience, walk away, come back, have a think about it, and start inspecting it on close up. So you got them two up there, that one there, and a little piece of cork there. And as you've seen now, it's gone round twice with no issues. So there you go, problem solved. So if you get a similar issues in your layouts, just check it out. Just do a little bit of trial and error, that's all I can say. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Back with another episode very soon. Bye.